From UFOs to ghost and psychic powers, history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now and learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. In 1922, a team led by archaeologist Howard Carter discovered the entrance to an unknown Egyptian tomb. They found a sunken staircase that led down to a barrier of plaster, stamped with oval seals that Carter could not read. After excavating further, Carter broke through and descended into the tomb, making one of the most amazing discoveries of 20th century archaeology, the tomb of King Tut. This tomb was rife with priceless artifacts of the ancient Egyptian empire, and it would take years to catalog and analyze the findings. The world's press was in a reporting frenzy, and then something odd happened. Carter's financial partner, Lord Carnarvon, died of pneumonia in Cairo. The press, already familiar with stories of Egyptian magic, latched on to the tale and filled newspapers around the world with speculation about the Pharaoh's curse. Carter began receiving letters from self-professed psychics and spiritualists, and by 1929, 11 people connected with the discovery had died, allegedly victims of the Pharaoh's curse. Skeptics and historians dismiss these claims of otherworldly vengeance, noting that in many cases the facts have blurred with wishful thinking, but others believe there may be a grain of truth in the story of the Pharaoh's curse. Here's where it gets crazy. The idea of protecting a burial site with a supernatural curse is not restricted to Egyptian royalty, nor to Tutankhamun, but the circumstances surrounding the excavation of King Tut's tomb popularized the concept, and many people believe there really could be some sort of curse on the tomb, at least until 1986, when a French doctor named Stenger Phillip proposed a scientific explanation for the deaths: mold spores. When the pharaoh's body was interred, he was sealed in with organic substances. Once the tomb was closed, these substances began to decompose, creating a hospitable environment for fungus and mold spores. Over the years, several other scientists, such as Dr. Ezzedine Taha, Dr. G. Kramer, and Dr. Nicola Di Paulo, have identified various types of fungus or mold spores that could survive the long span of time in the tomb and have toxic effects on the tomb's excavators. But this mold and fungus theory only provides a hypothesis for a scientific basis behind the alleged curse. No one associated with Carter's group was clearly shown to have died of reaction to fungus or mold, and no one died on the immediate opening of the tomb. In fact, members of the party lived for some time after the event. Howard Carter himself made it to the ripe old age of 64, dying of lymphoma in 1939. Skeptics usually attribute the curse story to sensationalist reporters rather than ancient Egyptian priests. According to Herbert E. Winlock, a director of New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art, the statistics don't indicate overwhelming deaths. Of the 22 people present when the tomb was opened, only 6 had died by 1934. Of the people present at the opening of King Tut's sarcophagus, only 2 had died over the next 10 years. If mold, fungus, or toxic gases are the most likely cause of a mummy's curse, then the question of motive remains. Could the Egyptians have left these spores on purpose, planning to punish future looters? Arthur Conan Doyle, creator of Sherlock Holmes, certainly thought so. If that was actually their plan, we can only say one thing for sure: it wasn't very effective. Since the decline of the Egyptian empire, looters have ransacked numerous tombs. We're left then with a number of conclusions. First, the curse could have been created by the media of the day. Second, some experts believe it is possible that harmful mold spores, fungus, or gases could have injured excavators, but no one knows if these conclusively caused the deaths of anyone associated with Howard Carter's party. Third, future discoveries may turn the current legend of the Pharaoh's curse on its head. Somewhere out in the sands of North Africa, the Pharaohs have still hidden something they don't want you to know.